everybody, this is Krista and welcome back to the Krista Chronicles, and today we are doing a walkthrough slash semi-review-ish. I don't know if I'm going to call this a full review because I still feel like I'm getting to know this deck, but it's more reviewy than my walkthroughs tend to be because I tend to very much be an unboxer kind of walkthrough person, but every once in a while I get a deck in that is one that I'm curious about because it's really outside of my comfort zone, and that is definitely the case with this one today, the Golden Keys of Gaia, Oracle of Elemental Wisdom by Vanessa Tate, artwork by Hannah Adamazek. I'm hoping I said that right. This is newer from Blue Angel, and yeah, this, I have to say, the whole topic of this, the whole vibe of this, is not something I would usually kind of pick out to, I don't know, go with the other things that I usually gravitate towards. But something about this just really intrigued me, and I had a feeling it would pair really well with some others that are outside of my usual realm that I do really like though, and some that I love so much, and I just think this would pair with. And so this is one that I've been playing with a bit, which again is not usually how I do my walkthroughs. Usually I really like to do them as unboxings, but this one I felt like I needed to really know the gist of this deck and what was going on here before I could really do any sort of effective walkthrough. And I have to say, there is one pairing I have found that just really, really solidified to me, like, yes, I really like this deck. This is totally, like, taking me by surprise again in terms of my usual style, and I'm so excited about it. So I wanted to share it with you all today. I thought I just heard something. Nope, must be animals outside. Phew! Oh my gosh. It sounds like something is just like right next to you, but it's not. It's not. Anyways. And I will be sharing that pairing a little bit later after we go through these cards. So let's just get into it. Again, we've got our Blue Angel here, so it's very much a usual Blue Angel size box. Unlock the wisdom of the Golden Keys of Gaia, an oracle for a profound connection with Mother Earth. Drawing from indigenous ecology, earth-based spirituality, and Tibetan wisdom, it guides inner harmony and vision manifestation. This deck is a voice of our ancestors, reminding us of our sacred partnership with Earth. The oracle illuminates paths to discovering the golden keys, fostering a deeper connection with yourself, nature, and the world soul. Explore teachings that have stood the test of time, guiding you to meet the world as our ancestors once did. Open your heart and mind to meet with closer connectedness to yourself with nature and the anima mundi, the world soul. Okay, and so this deck, though, it's got 50 cards, which I love. I love seeing that amount of cards in a deck. 208-page full color guidebook, so it's really got quite the chunky guidebook in here. And so the way this deck is set up, again, look at it. Oh, it's so good. And you can see the color breakdown. So there's 5 suits in here, so every set of 10 is broken up into a different category, suit, you could call it. Now let me remind myself yeah, here we go. So we've got the Golden Keys of Earth, the Golden Key of Air, the Golden Key of Fire, the Golden Key of Water, and then finally the Golden Key of Spirit. So immediately right off the bat when I started playing around with this deck, that caught my attention. I really like that we get these different suits broken up into the elements, especially considering the topic of the deck being, like, you know, connectedness to the earth and Gaia, things of that sort. I just thought that was really, really cool. Okay. Now, this is like that newer size, I would say, that Blue Angel is playing with. So if you have that new Halloween Forever Oracle, it's the same size as that. So it's I want to say it's just as tall as the usual cards, but a little bit skinnier, which I'm a fan of. I don't know. I like all the sizes they play around with, honestly, but this is a cool one. So here are the backs. Very beautiful. Let's zoom in. So I think we should just start out by going through the cards, and then yeah, I'll show you some of the pairings I've been playing with and just sort of like how it's been reading for me. So, all right. So we're starting out, this first section is the Golden Key of Earth. It's also very subtly, well, I don't know about subtle, but like it's very color-coded, which I think is really fun too. So you always, as long as you know those categories, you know what you're dealing with when you pull this card. So if you get a very green card, you know it's the Golden Key of Earth. So what I also really like about these cards is you get a very clear keyword on the bottom here, but you also get a message right on the card. So in the guidebook, there is an entry for each card. If you want to really get into that reading, there's quite a bit, as you can see, a full page. Then there is an invitation, which is basically sort of giving you like some sort of activity, practical application of the card. So really gets into every card. So I think this could be really cool, and how I want to use it also is like a card of the week. I think it could be cool as a card of the month to really get into all of this. But it gives you the option of just using the cards, which I think is really fun and practical. So while I'm going through this, I'm just going to read the keyword, but do know that there is quite a bit of information on here in regards to the meaning. So we've got communication, grounding, patience, patterns, growth. Oh, I love this. I know I just said I wasn't going to read them, but I just love this one. Growth. Invest in yourself and make necessary changes within your external environment to help you grow. So good. The little messages on the cards are just amazing. Gratitude. Wisdom. Compassion. I really love this artwork too. Give yourself a break. I love this card. So good. You are a human being, not a human doing. Don't be so hard on yourself. Give yourself a break. Amazing. And abundance. All right. Now we are going into, I want to say, what was the next one? Air. The Golden Key of Air. Winds of change. Rainbow Bridge. Embrace your uniqueness to bridge gaps in your life, foster connections, and bring unity and harmony to those around you. Beautiful. Abracadabra. Oh, I love this. Be wise with your words. That's cool. Creative expression. Forgiveness. I love too seeing how the creator connected some of these concepts to different elements. Like, I don't know, I just really like thinking of forgiveness as being an air element. That's interesting to me. Freedom. I love this with the cage, the bird cage open. Inspiration. Imagination. Magic. And transformation. So beautiful. Oh my gosh. I love that. All right, now we're going into the fire suit here. Flame of passion. Courage. I think the thing that's interesting to me here is getting a little bit into, you know, how this deck reads for me, to me it's very much like a feelings deck. Like, we are getting into emotions, to me, in a little bit of a softer way than some of my other decks do, which I really appreciate. But what I'm really liking, because I think when I think of emotions, I always immediately go to water. All emotions, water. But I love how it's taking all of these different feelings and emotion-based actions and putting them, relating them to all of the elements. I think that's really cool. Burning desire. I think that was really interesting to me with the air suit, because usually air, I think it's easy to see it as like void of emotion, devoid. What's the word of that? Void of emotion? I don't think I'm saying that right, but you know what I mean. So I really liked how we got some emotions related to air. I think that's just cool. Integrity. Shine bright. Be brave. Phoenix rising, so beautiful. Rekindle. Mask off, I love this. Burnout. Okay, now onto the water. Listen closely. Detoxify. Go with the flow. Heart's treasure chest. I love that idea. Peace of mind. Reflection time. Release. Surrender. Unfoldment. Voyage of the heart. Get out of your comfort zone. So cool. I love that. Okay. And finally, we've got spirit. Also, just love that this is included in this. So we've got beauty. Not everything has to be practical and dull. Beautify every aspect of your life by adding more color. I mean, how gorgeous is that? Web of life. Ask for help. I love this. So good. Altar of heart. Ritual. Find balance. Intuition. Law of attraction. Divine love. So beautiful. And wish upon a star. This is a magical moment. Make a wish and expect the very best. Ah! I love that so much. Okay, so I'm going to, well, I guess I'll show you. My hands can't like stretch to get the full length, but this does shuffle really nicely with that Blue Angel matte cardstock. So I just do that kind of situation. So let's get this mixed up and I will show you. I actually have pretty much like 3 main decks I've been playing around with this. So I'm gonna go grab those. Okay. I'm trying to think of what I want to start with. Do I want to be... do I want to be a little bit of a tease? I think I do. We're gonna start with the 2 that I've just really liked using with this deck. These are the ones that, when I first got this deck in, that were immediately like, ooh, I want to try these decks. And then the last one we're going to do is the one that's more of a recent pairing discovering that ever since finding that pairing, I'm just obsessed with using them together. Anyway, but all of these I found read really well with this deck. Okay, first up I've got the Tarot of Feeling. This is by Andy. Her shop is, and business account is Metaphysics Made Easy. Now, this was one that instantly, after really getting a gist of what this oracle is about, I was like, I want to try this tarot with it because, of course, as I said, to me it really felt like going through the elements and showing how all the elements really can deal with that emotional landscape. So the Tarot of Feeling, that really through these photograph images gets to the heart of, it really evokes a feeling of that card meaning. I was like, I think these could be really good together. And something about this kind of art style, which I'm not going to attempt to explain, there's just a certain category in my brain for this art style that the next tarot falls in. But something about it just goes well with photography decks to me. I don't know. I love her. This Page of Cups is my favorite. But yeah, I think these go really nicely together. I like the white border, kind of Polaroid feel to this deck, paired with this. And also what I really like too is it's showing, since it's a photography deck, we've got real people showing up here. And so given that we're kind of getting to reconnection with the earth in the oracle, I don't know, something about that seems cool to me, that we're getting these real life people. I guess it feels very applicable. And with this pairing, I really enjoyed getting into I forget what they called it in the guidebook, but where it's the practical application, the activity you get with each card. I really liked getting into that with this tarot because, again, the real people, it just felt like it really brought it down to everyday life, which is really, for me, with what this tarot does. It brings it to everyday, mundane life in the best kind of way. So I really liked this pairing. That's the Tarot of Feeling. Of course, I'll have links to where you can get everything below. Now, the pairing that in my brain just fits into the same category of art style, which again, I'm not going to even attempt to explain what that is. I think you'll get it when you see it. The Light Seers Tarot. Now this is the pocket edition. I don't have the full size because I don't know. I like having this in a pocket size just with the way I tend to use it. I really like bringing this deck to work if I ever want to do readings. There, I don't know, it just makes sense to me, but yes. The only thing is with the size of this oracle, when I've been using it, I'm like, oh, it would be cool to see the full-size tarot with this. So if you have the full-size Light Seers, I think it would honestly just look even better, but I do love my little pocket. But see how the art just really goes together? So this one was definitely an aesthetic match, but they do read really well together. Because again, I do think this deck, not as much for me as the Tarot Feeling, but it does bring it to this everyday space. Probably because I don't have many decks that have these very modern people in it. And so this is definitely, this deck here is an example of decks I've gotten to just kind of really get me out of my comfort zone to try something that I know, if I was just purely going by aesthetic preferences, I might not pick up, regardless of that I can recognize that the artwork is beautiful. Just things that are heavily modern people looking things just doesn't usually grasp my interest. But again, I like doing that sometimes because I end up finding things I really love, because I love this pocket Light Seers, and reading with these two together has really worked out. I really like how they pair. especially given that the Light Seers for me is, I like getting into the guidebook, but it's an easy reader in terms of like, I don't really feel like I need to. And so it's been a really good, this I've tried out. I have actually just brought it to work to try it, and it's been a good, like, quick read when I get there in the morning, because obviously I can't spend too long on that since I am, you know, there to do work. So I just get my little message here, 1 or 2 cards from this, and we're good. So yeah, I really like how those have paired. That is the Pocket Light Seers. Now, I keep saying now that way, now. The pairing that has been my absolute obsession lately. And if you are in Lisa's Supportive Tarot Facebook group, you already got a sneak peek of it because I posted this reading I did. I got that from these 2 decks. That was just unreal. But it's Lisa's Unicorn's Journey Tarot. This is now, we have the final finished copy, which is just gorgeous. I mean, come on. The pink, so good. So I originally wanted to pair these because I was like, well, the colors, I think just maybe the colors could go well. And they most certainly do. I think aesthetically this is a good pairing. But then the kind of reading I get from these 2 together is just unlike anything else. Look how beautiful. And so my favorite way to use these is with the Oracle. I really like just focusing. I don't get out the guidebook with this pairing so much for the Oracle. I focus on this key message on the bottom, and then I break out the Unicorn's Journey guidebook. And that one, I don't really read the entry, the full entry for that, only because I have read that guidebook now cover to cover to get the, like, because it follows a storyline. It was so beautiful. And I'm surprising myself where I actually, like, when I pull a card, I remember what's happening in the story. And so, but what I focus on is the self-worth message that comes with the Unicorn's Journey cards. Every card has a self-worth message. And just the way this, like, the Oracle hits in such, like, a soft space, pairing that with the self-worth message has just been I don't know quite how to put into words how the reading feels. It's like this soft, truthful, though, comforting reading. And it's just been so fantastic. It's like you're not hearing, or it's like you're not hearing what you need to hear. But the way it does it is just so gentle. Gentle is the good word to use for that. And I've really been loving truly how these have been pairing. I pull 1 from each, and it's been amazing. I've done it, like, since I discovered this pairing, like, a week ago, I've pulled this kind of reading every single day. I just love it so much. And this is what really, I was like, okay, I need to make a full video for this Oracle because, like, something about this pairing was just, like, even though I was enjoying it before, I was like, no, it makes sense now. Which is so cool how sometimes with Oracles, sometimes it really just takes the right pairing for you to be like, yes, I get it. And that's exactly what this did for me. I mean, look at this. With all the clouds and stars. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So, that is the last pairing I have to show you. And also, I think that's the last thing I have to say. So, let me know what you think. Is this one you already have? I'm pretty sure this is one that you can get now. I will have links, of course, below. I'm really enjoying it, but I love hearing what you all think. But other than that, I hope you're all having a great day so far, and I'll see you again very soon.